Hi again, everybody. It's Thursday. I'm here today with your math lesson. And again, we've been working a lot on area and perimeter. And today I'm going to review that with you just very briefly. And then we're going to use area and perimeter to work on a couple of real world problems. And you're going to do a couple for guided practice today. So again, remember, perimeter is the distance outside, around the outside of a shape. So it is like the fence. Okay. If I need to know if I'm going to get fencing for my yard, then I'm going to need to know the perimeter, because we put fencing around the perimeter of a yard. We don't put fencing in the middle of the yard. Area is the space covered inside of a shape. Okay, so all of this, as you can see this graphic here, perimeter is on the outside, the area is on the inside. Area is like the inside where you would put carpet when you're laying carpet on a floor. Okay, you wouldn't want carpet just around the outside like the perimeter. You would want carpet in the middle. So that's the area. Okay, so that's a quick review. Now, if I am going to think about area and perimeter in real life, we're going to see if you can figure out whether or not you would need to know area or perimeter. And we're going to drag the words that we see here over to the little story. I'm going to move myself up so that you can see those words. So the first one says you are putting new flooring in your kitchen and need to figure out how much you need to cover the entire space of your kitchen. Okay, so would you need area or perimeter to find out how much flooring? You would need area, because I'm not going to put flooring just on the outside edges of my kitchen floor. I want to put new flooring over the whole space. So I need to know the area of the kitchen. Okay? The second one says you are painting a wall and will need to have enough paint to cover the entire wall. You need to figure out how much to buy. So would we need to use area or perimeter to figure out how much paint for a wall? If you said we need area, again, you were correct. Again, when we're painting a wall, we don't just paint the outside edges, we paint the whole entire wall in the middle. So we're going to need to know the area. The third example, you are building a fence around your garden. You need to know the length of a fence so that you can buy enough fence posts. Okay, well, obviously there's only two words left. We need to use perimeter because, again, we said previously that perimeter is like a fence. And you are nailing window trim around your living room window. You'll need to measure the length of each side to know how much trim you need. Okay, again, if we're measuring the outside rim of our window, then we're going to need perimeter because it is the outside edge. So those are some examples of area and perimeter in real life. Okay, now I'm going to switch, and I've got another problem that we're going to pull up here. Again, another real world problem, and then you're going to do two for guided practice today. Okay, so you're going to be typing into these text boxes before you submit your assignment to me. Calvin is renovating his living room. The first task is new flooring. His living room is a 9 meter by 10 meter rectangle. Calvin needs to figure out how much flooring he needs. Okay, so the first question says, does this problem require Calvin to use area or perimeter? And why? So that's a two-part question. So I'm going to pick either area or perimeter, and then I'm going to explain why. Okay, so to pause this video and answer that yourself, and then we'll come back and put our answer in the box. Okay, hopefully you had a time to think about that. If you said that Calvin needs to use area, you were correct. Okay, because, well, again, we have to answer the other part of the question. He needs to use area because he's putting flooring in the middle of his room, not just around the edges. So I'm going to put something like, because he needs flooring in the middle of his space or his room. Okay, so that's why. Now, the second part says, how much flooring does Calvin need? Okay, well, again, if I am going to calculate the area, how do we do that? And I don't have any unit squares to count, so I can't solve the problem that way. I need to multiply. Remember, my length times my width. So I'm going to multiply 9 times 10. And if you are working on your multiplication facts, 9 times 10 is 90 square feet. So I would say that Calvin needs, I'm going to put it in a complete sentence, Calvin needs 90 square feet of flooring. Okay, and there's my answer. So I first of all figured out area or perimeter, and then how to solve that. Okay, so there's another real world example problem. Hopefully that helps you. Today you're going to do a couple of these types of slides for guided practice that you'll submit through Canvas. Rewatch the video if you need any help.